Tiago Pires, Voice of Architecture 2023.
Melody Gallery by Tiago Pires.
Can you please introduce yourself and share a bit about your background in architecture and/or design? What inspired you to participate in the Oral Architecture 2023 design competition?
Hello, my name is Tiago Pires and I'm a student of 5th year of Architecture and Design at the University of Beira Interior in Portugal. I've always had a strong connection to the field of construction, influenced by my father, which has further developed my passion for architecture. However, during these 5 years of learning, I've come to understand that architecture is really challenging, especially in picture the future and exploring new approaches in the design process. When I was 9 years old, I started to study music. I exercised it about 7 years, so I always have been passionate with these two arts. With that in mind, I have chosen architecture and music as the focus of my dissertation and explore the relationships they share. So that's basically what inspired me to being part of this competition.
Could you provide a brief description of your winning design? What were the key elements and concepts you incorporated?
The Melody Gallery consists of a cultural space of mutual relationships between architecture and music, with the aim to attract artists from these two arts and those who are passionate about them. The design of the building arises from a perfect circular shape with an open-air amphitheater in the center. The main area of the building provides a temporary gallery space, in order to create temporary abstract exhibitions that relate and express different musics. The Introvert exposition was inspired by the music piece Introvert by Michael Coburn, organized in the gallery space of Melody Gallery. The exhibition begins with the creation of a path, this one related to the timeline of the music, in order to connect music and time with architecture and space. This path has 8 different spaces, with each space representing a different chapter of the music, and evoking emotions based on my interpretation. All the spaces and materials of the design are connected with mutual concepts of architecture and music, such as proportion, rhythm, and emotion.
What research methods did you employ to understand the relationship between architecture and sound? Were there any particular sources or case studies that influenced your design?
Since I'm doing a research on the relationship between music and architecture, I'm doing a lot of exploration on the matter. But more specifically to this project, I think there is a quote by Corbusier that defines my design. He said once by the name of J. Caron that organizing the volumes that appear in succession to the spectators who move from room to room is the same as a composer does when ordering successive parts of a musical composition. There are other architects that inspire my design, like Yanis Nakis and Stephen Hall with the Studio House.
How has participating in this competition and winning affected your perspective on the importance of sound in architecture and design? Have you discovered any new passions or areas of interest through the process of designing for oral architecture?
Being part of this competition has greatly reinforced my belief in the importance of music and feelings in architecture and design. Through the process of designing, I have discovered a newfound passion for creating temporary exhibitions, especially in exploring the dynamic interplay between music, space, and emotions. It has sparked my interest into the field of sensory design and explored the full potential of multisensory experience in architecture design.
What advice would you give to aspiring designers who are interested in exploring oral architecture or entering similar competitions? Based on your experience, what are the key elements that make a design stand out in a competition of this nature?
For designers in oral architecture or other competitions, my advice is to embrace the multiform learning, push creative boundaries and focus on the storytelling. Remarkable designs evoke emotions and have strong representation skills, leaving a great impression to the jury.
How does it feel to win the Oral Architecture 2023 design competition? Any final thoughts or messages you would like to share with the audience?
Winning the top 3 is an amazing feeling. I'm grateful to the organization and the jury. Let's persist exploring the interplay of architecture and music, creating spaces that evoke emotions and inspire people. Thank you for all the attention and for allowing me to be part of this journey.
For latest architecture competitions visit Archiol competitions.